Right. Who here, last winter, found themselves waiting somewhere out in the freezing cold? Come on, hands up. Who was it? Right, then out of you, who would rather probably have been at home somewhere? Yeah, I'm sure you can imagine it now, which blanket you'd be curled up under or which hot drink you'd had by the fire. Well, last month, my brother and I, we went out for a meal, and on the way home, we had a conversation. And that conversation, 90% of it was me saying, I'm really cold, and then him saying, I'm really cold. It wasn't the most interesting conversation in the world, granted. But it was then that we saw a man sitting in the cold, dark street, homeless. I felt a pang of guilt for complaining all that time, and I rifled around in my pockets to see if I could give him anything. And I gave him everything that I had on me, but my brother gave him something else. He gave him something a lot more valuable. He knelt down and he spoke to him. He gave him the gift of time. He acknowledged him as a human, as a person, a suffering person. And it was then that he went and bought him a coffee, that hot drink that so many of you could imagine drinking in your home, the problem being that this man didn't have one. But we're not all my brothers, so what are we doing as a society to help? Well, there are shops which play screeching, high-pitched noises outside to make it impossible to sleep there at night. And there are councils which put spikes in sheltered corners. What we're doing to help is treating them like pests. And they're not pests, they're people. They are men, and they are women, and they are children. There are 4,000 of them sleeping rough in our well-developed and fair nation, as cold as you were on those days that you were waiting in the winter, only every hour of every day and every night. When I asked my brother whether I could use this story, he asked me why, and I said as if it was obvious, because he'd made me proud. What he'd done, it was heroic. He told me that I shouldn't be proud and that what he did, it wasn't heroic. He was just being human. And surely that's something that we can all manage.